Thank you for joining San Diego's Yom HaShoah Remembrance Ceremony. The program is about to begin.
This evening, we come together as a community, albeit virtually, to usher in Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. This special and solemn day was established by Israel's Knesset in the early 1950s. The Knesset speaker at the time reminded his peers of how usually Jews have their own personal Memorial Day, the yard site, on which to remember deceased loved ones on the anniversary of their death. But for those survivors who were struggling with the trauma of the Shoah, adding insult to injury was the fact that even this observance was beyond their grasp, for they did not know the specific date of death for their lost ones. Thus, Yom HaShoah came to serve as a way for family members to personally observe such a yard site, and for the Jewish state and the Jewish people to honor the memory of all who perished during the Shoah.
As we come to this important sacred moment of memory and memorial, we share the 23rd Psalm. This psalm, which we recite at our greatest moments of memory and of loss, is not a sad psalm, or God forbid, a psalm about death. In fact, Psalm 23 reminds us that the world in which we live is a world of life, and in this world, life wins. The psalm teaches that we live in a world nourished by a river, like a green meadow, a world in which the cup of blessing overflows. Most importantly, for this day of sacred memory and memorial, the psalm promises us that life continues on, and that those who live righteously in this lifetime will continue to live in God's house forever. And our reciting the psalm reflects our commitment that they will continue to live and to be honored through our memory and our honoring them. I'm going to share the psalm in the traditional Hebrew and then invite you, if you are able to please join with me in sharing the English. Mizmor LeDavid, Adonai ro'i lo echsar, bino deshe yarbitzeni, amei menuchot yenahaleni. Nafshi yeshovev, yancheni v'magalei tzedek lema'an shemo. Gam ki elech begates al mavet, lo irara, ki ata imadi. Shiftecha umishantecha, hema yenachamuni. Taroch lefanai shulchan, neged tzorerai. Tishanta v'shemen roshi, kosi rivaya. Achto v'chesed yedfuni, kol yemei chayai. V'shafti beveit Adonai, leorech yamim. And if you're able to, please join with me. The Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
On a yard site, we traditionally light a candle to symbolize the eternal soul of one who has died. On Yom HaShoah, we traditionally light 6 candles, one for each of the 6 million. When an additional candle is added, as we do this evening, there is a total of 7. reminiscent of the numbers of flames of the ancient menorah in the Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple in Jerusalem.
Every year we light 6 candles in honor of the memories of the 6 million Jews that were so brutally taken from this earth. Each candle will be lit by a local San Diego survivor. A 7th candle will be lit by the grandchildren of survivors, a testament to their grandparents' legacy and commitment to never forget.
Marissa Gelbard. I was born in the Netherlands in 1937, and at the age of 5, I had to go into hiding, and I was spared by a family, a Catholic family, and I was there for 2.5 years. After the war, I came to America, where I met my husband, Jack, who was also a survivor of Auschwitz and many other camps. Once we got married, we had 3 children and 5 grandchildren. I'm lighting the candle in memory of my husband and all my family members perished, including the 6 million Jews.
My name is Francesca Gelbard. I was born in Krakow, Poland, to David and Helena Immerglick. I lived through 5 concentration camps, and I was liberated in Mauthausen, Austria. I light this candle for my siblings and rest of the Immerglick family that was lost during the World War II.
My name is Anita Fuchs. I am born in Romania, in a city, Bacău, in 36. And I got married with my husband, Charlie Fuchs. We've been married 57 years. We've been together, and he is a Holocaust survivor, and I have this candle for him. He was in Transnistria with his family, and I light this candle for my husband and for all the Jewish who perished during the war, and for everything what we've been suffering during the war.
Sophie Rubenstein, wife of Marissa Moshkovitz, who was born in Poland 1919 and perished in San Diego, California. He was hidden during the war in the Pyrenees Mountains. He was in camp in Switzerland. He was hiding all over France. But he made it, and we got married, and we were very happy for 70 years.
My name is Gerald Shamus. I was born in Pockenbod, Poland in 1937. During the war, I survived with part of my family in the forest for 2.5 years. My late wife's name was Eva Erika Shamus, who was also a Holocaust survivor. Eva was born in Budapest, Hungary in 1942. In 1945, Eva, along with her mother and others, were hidden and survived in the Swiss embassy by the action of Raoul Wallenberg. Ambassador Wallenberg renamed the building as the Swiss embassy. That saved a lot of lives. Eva and I were married for 60 years. Eva and I have 3 daughters and 3 granddaughters. This candle is lit in honor of all those who have been murdered.
My name is Ilona Medweed. I was born in Częstochowa, Poland. I survived the Holocaust by being smuggled as a young child out of the ghetto and spent over 2 years with a Polish family in constant danger for me and as well as the family. I light the candle in honor and memory of my entire family, except for my mother who survived the Holocaust, and for the 6 million Jews that did not survive. My family was transported to Treblinka, and that's where they perished. Bill and I have 5 children and 7 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild on the way soon. So we're very excited. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eden Demsky, and I'm lighting a candle in honor of my grandmother, Miriam Demsky, and in memory of my grandfather, Moshe Demsky. My grandparents always taught me to focus on the positive aspects of life and to be a positive influence on others. And I wanted to take a moment to say on behalf of all the third generations here today that we are honored to pass on the legacy of our grandparents to future generations.
My name is Joel Gottschalk, and I am lighting this candle in memory of my grandparents, Barak and Agatha Ehrenfried, who taught the importance of staying deeply connected to Judaism and always living life with a sense of joie de vivre.
Hi, my name is Marissa Moshkovitz, and I am lighting this candle in memory of my grandparents, Max and Lily Bialer of blessed memory. They always stressed the importance of keeping Judaism in this modern day. They emphasized the importance of family togetherness, tradition, and support for Israel. It was their hope that my sister and I would set an example for future generations and show the world that the Jewish link cannot and will not ever be broken.
Hi, my name is Aaron Landau, and I am lighting this candle in memory of my grandparents, Max and Elka Landau of blessed memory. I hope to instill in my 1-year-old son the dedication and work ethic that my grandfather Max instilled in me, and I hope to pass on unwavering love, compassion, and seeing the good in everyone that my grandmother Elka gave to me.
For those who are able, you are invited to stand. Compassionate God, we pray, grant infinite rest under your sheltering presence among the holy and pure who shine like the brightness of the firmament, to the souls of the 6 million of our brethren, men, women, and children of the house of Israel, who were murdered during the Shoah. May their memory endure, and may they inspire acts of righteousness in our own lives. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life. May they rest in peace. And let us say, Amen. Rachamim. El Malay Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Amtsei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei Hashchina, B'malot Kedoshim Utahorim, Kizohara Ki Amazhirim, Lenishmotehem, Shel 600 Revavot Acheinu B'nei Yisrael Shenitbachu V'Shoah Anashim, Nashim V'Taf Shenehergu V'Nechneku V'Nisrafu V'Nikbaru Chayim V'shehalchu l'olamam al kiddush Hashem b'gan Eden tehei menuchatam Ana bal harachamim הסתירם בסתר כנפיך לעולמים, בצרור החיים את נשמותיהם. אדוני הוא נחלתם, וינוחו בשלום המשכבם ונאמר אמן.
Amen. When we gather annually at the JCC to commemorate Yom HaShoah, we have hundreds of people in a large auditorium responding to the words of the Mourner's Kaddish recited by a Holocaust survivor. Since we cannot be gathered in a single place this year, we have asked two of our local survivors, Manya and Mike Wallenfels, to read a special Kaddish known as the Holocaust Kaddish.
Yeskadal,
Lodz,
V'yeskadash,
Gurs,
Shemei Rabbah,
Warsaw,
Be'alma Divrei Beruchei,
Warsaw,
V'yamlich Malchutei,
Bogdanovka,
B'chayeichon Uvyomeichon,
Ravensbrück,
Uvchayei Dechol Beit Yisrael,
Treblinka,
Ba'gala Uzman Koriv,
Shamno,
Ve'imru Omein. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevorach, Leolam Ul Almai Almaya, Yitborach Ve'yishtabach,
Belzec,
Vayitpa'ar Ve'yitromam,
Buchenwald,
Vayitnasei Ve'yithadar,
Sobibor,
Ve'yit'ala Ve'yithalal,
Majdanek,
Shemei Kitsho Berichu,
Mauthausen,
Leila,
Babi Yar,
Mikol Berchata V'shirata,
Bergen-Belsen,
Tush Bechata V'nechamata,
Dachau,
Damiran Be'alma,
Auschwitz,
Ve'imru Omein. Yehei Shalamo Rabo Min Shamayim, V'chayim Oleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisroel, Ve'imru Omein. Ose Shalom Be'imru Ma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Oleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisroel, Ve'imru Omein.
Amen.
We will conclude our ceremony with Hatikva, which means the hope. Although Hatikva was composed in the 19th century, its message dates back to the prophet Ezekiel. He was told to prophesy over a valley of dried bones, which represented the depressed Jewish people in exile who cried out, Avda tikvatenu, our hope is lost. But the prophet foretold how God would revive those bones and bring the Jewish people to their own land. In response to the lament, Avda tikvatenu, our hope is lost, the anthem Hatikva reflects and asserts, Od lo avda tikvatenu. Indeed, our hope is not lost. That was and continues to be a powerful message of affirmation after the Shoah when survivors and their descendants made their homes in the future state of Israel, as well as in the United States and elsewhere. The rendition of Hatikvah, which we will now share, marked the conclusion of last year's official Yom HaShoah ceremony at Yad Vashem in Jerusalem. That annual event is also not being held this year due to the precautions necessitated by the pandemic. Particularly important this year, amidst the illness and death and fear so many face here in Israel and throughout the world. Particularly important this year is tikva, hope, hope for a brighter tomorrow.
נפש יהודי הומייה ולפתי מזרח קדימה אי לציון צופיה עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו
This concludes tonight's program. Thank you for joining us.